Thank you for watching on this fine Friday afternoon. We've got two middle powerhouses here, rbxqbr and EODTex. Hope everyone is doing fine this evening. This is the losers bracket of the Mawkin. So both are racing to save their lives. So here we go. Does look like EODTex is starting their timer at start, so that might cause a problem. Looking forward to both of these runners, see how they're doing. Not too familiar with rbxqbr, but EODTex. I have seen several videos on how they run Metroid Dread on Dread mode, including how to avoid the Ravenbeak Gatling Cannon on Dread mode. So, if you're interested, I would highly recommend checking it out, especially on both Twitch and YouTube, if that's something that you're interested in kind of learning. rbxqbr sure is a fine runner for getting into the Mawkin bracket as well. So looks like rbx is been able to get the the pseudo wave, whereas Tex is having a little bit of an issue here, so he's well ahead. rbxqbr are getting a very nice Corpius attempt here. Tex, following in kind, may have made up some time for the failed pseudo waves from earlier, so.
Uploading data.
This is our second out of 4 times that we're going to be talking to Adam. And now that rbxqbr is in the ME area, you'll notice that the ME does not spawn while they're in here, and that's because we haven't actually gone through the prompt. There's a very specific prompt that actually spawns the white ME, and so because they haven't gone through that prompt, the white ME has not yet spawned. rbxqbr is opting to not go through the item tutorial prompt, so they will have to do some manipulation further down in order to keep that. Tex is opting to go it, but rbxqbr did get water skip first try, so that's Very well for them. Tex having get its second try, so yeah, well done for them. rbxqbr is just flying through this. A 424 charge beam, very nice. Let's see how EODTex responds here. So about a 449, anything around less than 5 minutes is definitely a really good time to get charged from this, so. You definitely see that Rubik's Cube is definitely practiced their movement in Arteria, like very solid all the way through up the Arteria climb here. Very nice ledge 180s from Rubik's Cube. Tex responds the same. Alright, so this is the third. And 4 times we're going to talk to Adam here.
Uploading data.
There was no you up there.
Tex is about 20 seconds behind Rubik's Cube right at this point. So as you might have seen, Rubik's Cube did a very similar wall jump in order to spawn the white enemy. Essentially we have to get over this wall that Tex just did right over there. And basically passing through the door allows us to spawn the white enemy so that we can progress with the game. Very nice central unit kill from Rubik's Cube. And now we're going to see how they do with the white enemy. Might get a plant opting to jump. Totally fine. We're talking about fractions of a second at this point. Especially in a race setting, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Tex trying to go for the plant. Unfortunately, does not get it, and yeah. So that is very unfortunate for Tex. Tex saying, "I try." EODTex does get it the second time, does go opt for the jump method. rbxqbr is going through here. Oh, very nice D-boost to get to Arteria Escape. So at 9:25, rbxqbr is leaving Arteria. I think EODTex got a little confused there. Ooh, unfortunate. They, not sure where Tex is going here. Oh, he's getting the energy tank.
Uploading
You skipped it
data.
earlier. Okay.
CBR outside there at the moment.
So, bold move here from Tex. Usually, you're going to commit to whether you skip that energy tank or not. But yeah, we'll see how that pans out for Tex. rbxqbr with the very nice D boost to that Magnet climb. I assume that he will be going for the Hell Run, which is generally considered free. Tex, unfortunately, is just not having a really good time here and misses the Arteria Escape. rbxqbr is able to evade the green enemy. Very nice. A little bit of incidental wall kicks there from rbxqbr, but nothing too bad. So EODTex has a bit of time to make up here. Whereas rbxqbr is getting a lot of really good RNG. That's exactly right, Steel Golem. It's still early. There's a lot of time. We are also coming across the first equalizer of the run. So Tex can make up a bunch of time if rbxqbr has some issues with Atom Skip, which is coming up against real soon. Alright. Pray for rbx to get a decent Atom Skip. He gets a first try. Look at that. Very nice. Tex going for the Hell Run. Having a little bit of issue with that first bomb block, but should be fine. Comes back with 11 health. They get the bad enemy spawn, but just due to some good manipulation, manages to pass by it. rbxqbr gets the reverse item skip, which is fine. Yeah, rbxqbr is just flying through these first few sections of the game. They'll be looking at a sub-16 batteries here. Alright, let's see how EODTex does with item skip. Unfortunately, it looks like they shot instead of using the wall jump. Alright, gets it fifth time, which is respectable. Text says, World Cup stealing all my practice time. Well, that's no excuse. Sorry, this is a race. We have video on demand now. You can watch the World Cup at any point, but rbxqbr does not get the coyote jump, but they are very much ahead by several minutes at this point. Oh, Tex, unfortunately, they go for the melee counter, which does save about a quarter per second, but yeah, if you don't... It seems if you're either like too fast or too early, you'll get caught by that. rbxqbr, after saying hi to the speed enemy, is on their way back to Kateria, and then they're going to take down the green enemy, and we're going to get a nice tram high five. Text saying, I'm probably going to get caught by the wave ME2, just a heads up. Well, here's the self-fulfilling prophecies, Text. That is... especially if you're going for the wave ME kill, that is by far the worst ME to get caught by. Tex, very nice slope jump right there. So any bit of time save is going to matter, because rbxqbr did not go for that tag. Fortunately, getting hit by the elephant bird. Very nice coyote jump. Let's see if looks like rbxqbr is going for the safer strat for the Professor Smart. Very nice kill. And in EODTex, you can go ahead and see the face that you can never unsee. Just look at it. It's staring at you. So 2021 Morphball from rbxqbr, which is a very good time. Oh, Tex getting blocked by the elephant bird, which is excuse me, probably one of the worst enemies in the game. And rbxqbr is well on their way to go get their orange pajamas. Yeah, I don't know what to call them. Like, they have a trunk like an elephant, but they definitely have wings like a bat, so I guess Elebat. Or dumb bat. I don't know. Chat, let me know what you guys want to call these then. rbxqbr successfully avoiding the worst item pickup in the game. Oh, nice. Going for very nice aim strat in order to get that shot in one. Fortunately, wall kicking before the magnet wall, so a little bit of trouble with the Varia gauntlet, but overall it was pretty solid. Tex going for Professor Stupid here. They're going for the safety backup. Very nice by Tex. If only we're done 2 minutes ahead of time. I'm sure that's what they're thinking. So yeah, Tex is a little over 2 minutes behind rbxqbr at this point. Tex successfully avoiding that superfluous missile pack. See if they go for the missile plane plus attack. Nope. So Tex will be going to get sprayed with 34 missiles, whereas Rubik's Cube is going for 44. Thank you, Steel Golem. I really appreciate it. So, pretty quickly speedrunners realized that these rock golems are just a nuisance, and we can usually just defuse from them. Because the door monster will just replenish our missiles and held anyway, so no reason to attack them at all. Rubik's Cube attempting the single wall jump here, but having a little bit of problems. Looks like they can't get the timing down. Oh no! Oh, you hate to see it. And they got the good RNG and missed it. Okay, they get to third try, so not too bad. Probably would have been faster. Oh no! Oh. So at this point, it would have been faster just to shoot the Crate's belly. Definitely does avoid the haymaker. So not a great Crate fight, but they do have time to spare. Tex does get their orange pajamas as well, so they will be ready to face Kraid. So I'm not sure. Obviously, Tex is opting to watch the stream. I'm not sure if Rubik's Cube is doing so as well, but they might be in their head a little bit if they're not. Which is kind of it's a double-edged sword. Either you know you're behind and you are in your head, or you are ahead and then you make a mistake and then you're in your head. Regardless, so. Let's see how Tex faces Kraid. This will be a good opportunity for him to make up some time. So, Rubik's Cube will be going for the short boost route, which I believe most Mawkin players will be going for. Essentially, this means that they will be going for... Ooh, unfortunate yellow enemy spawn here, but... Oh no! Oh... So, even more time that Tex can make up right here. Looks like they get a more advantageous spawn second time. Tex is going for the more intended route here. Managed to get some charge blast into Kraid's mouth, just to kind of supplement some damage. Manages to get avoid that haymaker. So I think Tex just made up a bunch of time on Kraid here. Not all of it, obviously, but very, very nice. So this could easily be the start of the Tex comeback right here. Very nice movement from rbxqbr. Hello, boss that we'll never see. I miss you. For those of you who play this game casually, the boss, the monster that was behind the scenes in rbxqbr was actually Z57 being probed by some machines before it gets infested by the X. So Tex is actually going early space route. So I'm not sure if this is a choice. I kind of assumed that they would be going for short boost route, but this could be kind of an option. Whether they don't feel confident in short boost route, or maybe they're just hedging their bets that rbxqbr doesn't get it. So this will be interesting. So rbxqbr is going to look to be very much ahead for a while. I won't say anything, Tex, don't worry. The reason being is that they don't have to go get grapple early, but there is a few, I'll say, deviations in the two routes. Overall, the short boost route is potentially faster, but there's a lot more risk involved. But early space jump is a lot more consistent, I'll say, in which there's a few backups and just other things that you can do. So let's see how they do for the backdoor flash. It's a first try, very nice from rbxqbr. So yeah, now Texas has to go back now that he has early grapple. Eventually gets out of the soup. So he'll be able to make Barenia a little bit faster than what rbxqbr had to do eventually, but gets a very good Emmy spawn. rbxqbr is not opting for the pseudos, so I assume that was a priming for the bomb jump. Yeah, I didn't think that they got it, but yeah, unfortunately they're just not getting the underwater bomb jump. That's a real tricky one, and unfortunately, if you miss, you have to set it up all over again. So rbxqbr wisely opting to just kind of take their losses and just move on. So while rbxqbr looks significantly ahead, Tex has a significant chance to catch up if rbxqbr misses their short boost strat. So as you can see here, Tex gets that extra missile pack from that shortcut. And because they have grapple beam, they can unlock other shortcuts and just use the grapple beam to kind of increase their speed just a little bit. Alright, so rbxqbr is gonna head over to Yellow Emmy now, which has become surprisingly the easiest Emmy to kill out of all of them. So you'll see here, Tex is going for an alternate route, which is significantly faster, thanks to the grapple beam. And the reason that rbxqbr is for a win, the grapple beam is coming up right here. Very nice speed gape from rbxqbr. Getting that third energy tank, which they're gonna need for this upcoming strat. Oh, interesting. Not sure if that saves time, but it looked very cool. So yeah, this is going to be the major deviation between the two runs. rbxqbr is going to go back to Arteria, and they're going to go and pick up grapple beam, and then they're going to go head over to screw attack. Meanwhile, Tex, once they take down the Yellow Emmy, they're gonna head over to Quiet Rope, or what I like to call Exposition Parrot. Oh, Tex opting for the D-boost. Gets a second try, very nice. Something I learned about recently, which is considered glitchless, so something, if any of you glitchless runners are looking for, it's a new strat to learn. I like it. So yeah, rbxqbr is now heading over to the frozen section of Arteria. Very nice movement. It's been very consistent overall. So other than a few mistakes, rbxqbr has been playing almost flawlessly. So normally, at least in the standard no midget glitches route, you would have both gravity suit that would protect you from the cold, and you would have space jump. However, a trick was discovered that not a lot of players can do consistently, which is a short bootstrap. And essentially, they may have gotten it. I don't know. Looks like rbxqbr is going for the pause buffering method. So essentially, using the same kind of dynamic that is the like running against the fan while charging speed booster, it's kind of the same mechanics of it. So what you do is that you flash shift in one direction, and then you charge a speed booster in the opposite direction, and you can do that by pressing down to pre-charge to get Samus out of the Shine Spark stance. But she'll continue moving in towards that direction, and that allows you to begin charging the speed booster. So, but yeah, so Tex obviously taking advantage of the situation, as rbxqbr is having a little bit of difficulty here. Overall, this route saves an extra 2.5 minutes. But every failed attempt from rbxqbr is just more time that gives Tex the advantage. But it looks like they get it. Oh no! Oh no, you hate to see it! For as difficult as this trick is, unfortunately, one of the methods, I have seen it otherwise, is to bowl spark up to the platform, but you have to quickly unmorph and then flash shift over to the opposite wall, which is extremely difficult on top of an already extremely difficult trick. So, see if they get it again. Here we go. Oh, God. It's so painful. And Tex dies to the quiet robot. It's falling apart for both runners right now. Alright, Tex does take down the quiet robot. They're not out of the woods yet, but this is definitely looking very good for Tex right now. Oh. Alright, chat, if you could please give all of your support for rbxqbr. They need it now. They've been at this for a while. Oh. Like, I know this trick is tough. There's a lot going into it, and the last thing you want is to lose to something like this. Especially, yeah. Okay, there we go. Third time is a charm. There we go. Very nice Rubik's Cube. There you go. Good job, chat. We got Rubik's Cube over the finish line. Yeah, that's right, still going. Like, you definitely hate to see it, but we all kind of secretly hope for a close race. Very nice movement tech from Rubik's Cube. They're definitely ready to just show off now that that trick is over. And who could blame them at this point? Oh no! Oh no! Okay, they made it through. So they'll be heading over to, I'm sorry, Tex. I completely missed the tower climb. It looked like it went very well. So Brittany 2 went very well for Tex. rbxqbr will now be following Tex's route. And it will look like they are behind, which they very well might be at this point. It's very hard to tell. So EODTex obviously looks ahead, but rbxqbr has the advantage of that he doesn't have to go grab screw attack. And those that are in the know of like the I'll say more standard route know that there's a lot of like teleportals and other stuff that you have to just like go through in order to complete the route, which rbxqbr doesn't have to do anymore. They'll go ahead and get gravity suit and then be just fine after that. So this, even though we're kind of like in completely separate areas in this race, we could be very close once we get out of this like middle section. rbxqbr also has the advantage that they now have screw attack, and so they don't have to even do the giant spark method against Quiet Robo. It only takes like 5 screw attack in order to kill it. So Tex getting their cucumbers. And now they're over to Ilum to get their neon pickles. So I think rbxqbr is a little bit in their head, especially after what happened at Screw Attack. So hopefully they can kind of reset a little bit and just get back into the game. But yeah, Tex gets his neon pickles. Which we all know can shoot through armor, and I don't know. What else could pickles do, right? Very nice speed keep from Tex. Oh, unfortunately does not get the speed keep all the way. But let's just see how they do with the Chosen Warrior. Just very nice smash from Tex. Sitting down at 9 health. Very nice speed keep from rbxqbr, who forgot to jump, fortunately. Glad they caught that. Very nice dodge from rbxqbr. Let's see if EODTex gets the hardest skip in the game. And he nails it. rbxqbr having a little bit of issue with the 360 pseudo, but gets a very clean tower climb. Meanwhile, Tex getting a great speed keep here in Gavaran. Really well done. Yeah, the 360 pseudo. EODTex getting favorable diffusion for the door. Yeah, so sorry if yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But yeah, so essentially before you get wave beam, we found a tech that allows us to get pseudo wave before we get wave beam. And usually it's caused by sliding into walls and stuff like that. So there's a manipulation where you slide into the wall, do a 360, and then you're allowed to wave beam essentially into the wall. But both runners are doing fantastic jobs right now. So this is going to be the next major deviation. And we'll just kind of see how the timing lines up. Both are going into trams at the same time. Very nice. rbxqbr is going to get their own neon pickles. Meanwhile, EODTex is going for the second equalizer. And we're gonna see how they line up after this. EODTex is opting to zoom in, which is allowed in this category. And this is going to give you an easier tell. That's a very nice first time pseudo wave beam from Tex. Really nicely done. So this could pull them ahead. And yeah, so for those of you who are wondering, this is 100% allowed. It's a zoom-in feature that is native to the Switch. So if you're having any trouble with the pseudo wave or early space, this would be the this might be something that might be helpful for you. I don't know it myself, but I'm sure someone like Tex would be happy to give you your information. But very nice Chosen Warrior from rbxqbr. Ooh. Unfortunately gets clipped at the door there. And now Tex is going to be heading over to Space Jump, which formerly was known as Early Space. Firstly, somehow lost the speed cape. Not sure what happened there. Let's see if rbxqbr gets the hardest skip in the game. He nails it as well. Good job, both runners. So Steel Golem asks, is there a reason you have to absorb a bomb to do the bomb jump out of the water? I'm not exactly sure what the programming is, but essentially it is a priming method. So, like, I don't know exactly what happens in the game that causes it to happen, but essentially it is required to allow you to bomb jump underwater. So essentially what we think happens is that because you unmorph, either the game thinks that you're no longer underwater, or it's something in that nature. So I'm not sure, but yeah, you got to do it. But all right, so this is essentially where the two methods are going to converge. Rubik's Cuber does not have space jump, whereas Tex does. So Tex still has an advantage, but it does look like Rubik's Cuber is a bit ahead. So, unfortunately, just due to the routing, Tex just has to go through 3 teleportals in sequence. Whereas Rubik's Cuber is a little bit more streamlined. Very nicely done. Is there any plan to add pickups to the scene so we can see who has what? That is a great question. I will forward that over to the organizers. Generally, I don't think that that's going to be something that we're going to do, but in instances like this, where we have complete, separate runs, it might be more useful. So I will look into that and ask on your behalf. Very welcome. Alright, so yeah, we can see here now that both runners are in the same area. So Rubik's Cuber, unfortunately, getting bad RNG on these twin robos, but their mash, which may or may not be turbo, it kind of looks like turbo to me, but I could be mistaken. Yeah. Turbo, which is allowed, so we're not. Race on H with the rate of 1. Welcome on in. Glad you're joining us. So there are advantages that Tex has here, because he does have space jump. It may cost Rubik's Cuber a little bit of extra time because he doesn't have either, so presumably he's going to get space jump in order to finish out this run. And a poor Galzuna or a poor Ravenbeak could completely change this race. Race on with the wrong channel. But says good luck, racers. Well, thank you for joining us regardless, Race on. Alright, so Tex is a boss battle behind. Let's see how they do with Wilzuna. Got speed keep. Very nicely done. Oh, unfortunately does not get the keep for the shell. Alright, rbxqbr is making their way to Verenia. So rbxqbr went up top so that they could prematurely open the slow charge door in order to get space jump. Very nice dodging of the wave enemy there. And then opting to use the cloak strat in order to avoid the enemy. So they're not afraid of being caught by the enemy, but if you're spotted, then the enemy doors close. So very nicely done by rbxqbr there. Alright. So rbxqbr is now heading towards quite the transition boss. Oh boy, gets a crossbow and almost a perfect pogo stick. EODTex with a tech that I have never seen before. A quick spark to avoid the enemy. Very nicely done. I have never seen that. I have no idea what the timing is, but that looked very cool. Alright, so rbxqbr heading over to the mismatch twins. Don't suspect any issues with either of them, but this is going to be the second deviation where EODTex did a charge beam from screw attack in order to kill the core. So unfortunately, it does look like rbxqbr is still safely ahead, as both routes are going to line up now. But very cool and clean strats from rbxqbr. Love to see him. See how the mismatched twins do for Tex. ideally you just want to keep them up here, and then when there's one left, you just screw attack them. So buy the books from Tex. Same with rbxqbr for the central unit. So well done by both. Tex getting a little bit scary. It might have been a gift for him on that grapple beam door. rbxqbr, for whatever reason, the shot sound effect is not registering. But it does look like they have the plant method. Yeah, very nice. Oh, they went for deep blue, that's why. Yes. rbxqbr is in the lead by just a few seconds. Tex is really doing their best to like keep this race interesting. Very good call from Tex, not going for the plant method, because they missed a few shots. You can only miss 3 bullets from the Omega stream before you have to go for the alternate. So very good call, because you do not want to. You don't want to die to the wave enemy. That is a very long elevator down, back down. Yeah, so we're less than a minute apart between these two, so well done by both runners. This is very close. rbxqbr very nicely done with the Red Devil. Solid weave. Let's see how Tex responds. Unfortunate pause from Tex. Tex, knowing that there was just one missile left, but unfortunately doesn't get it. Red Devil was just kind of playing with him. rbxqbr, I'm not opting for any of the speed keeps. Well, let's see how Golden Boy does. Very nice manipulation from the rbxqbr. Tex does get good RNG in power bombs. But maybe we'll be able to catch up a little bit here. Alright, so it's going to come down to Ravenbeak. rbxqbr does have the extra E-tank, so not much risk of dying, but if there's any sort of bad RNG, bad phase 1, Tex can pull ahead. So. All right. Good luck to rbxqbr. On to Ravenbeak. Gets the two lock-ons. Very nicely done by rbxqbr. Very nice second phase of manipulation. You want to keep Ravenbeak closer to the wall. He'll only do certain attacks closer to the wall, and so it's just better to keep them there. So, good luck with attacks as well. But this looks like to be rbxqbr's game to lose. Unfortunate early sun from rbxqbr. Does get the melee. Oh, unfortunately, looks like they tried to jump counter and didn't get it. Tex does get the one cycle gold skip, so very nice. And very clean Ravenbeak fight from rbxqbr, so GG's. EODTex onto phase 3, opting to get the refill. Generally, you don't see refills for the purple. I don't think he was that low on missiles, but very nice iframe manipulation. Does get the counter without the full counter animation. Very nice. Alright. Nicely done by Tex. rbxqbr does not get the speed keep, but yeah, it's very unlikely that he's going to do that. Very nice. Instant Spark does not get the keep. But All right, with a 120.02, Rubik's Cuber moves on.
So, you drain the ship of its energy.
GG's to Rubik's Cuber. Tex with the climb. Disintegrating the hyper beam door. Does get the speed keep all the way through. Well done by Tex. So with a 121.03,
So, you drain the ship of its energy.
Tex comes in second. GG's to Tex. Very well done. So we'll see if we can get both runners in here real quick for a quick post-game chat. And yeah, absolutely, it was a great race for both of you. Rubik's Cuber, I see you in here. Let me just grab Tex real quick, and we'll do a quick commentary.
Okay.
But GG's.
Thank you.
Okay, we did an invite for Tex. Hopefully he'll join soon. But GG's Rubik's Cuber. How you doing? How you feeling?
Thanks. How are you? Pretty bad. I'm being honest, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, I think around Kraid you saw where things really started to fall apart. My controller started acting really weird and like dropping inputs, and then my hands started cramping, and everything just started going bad, as it is on race day.
Yeah, of course. Always on race day. That's what happens.
And then the twice that I got the speed boost and then just totally whiffed at the very end, it just broke my heart, you know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, everyone that was watching, like especially I saw that and I was just like, oh, like just it felt so bad. Like anyone that was watching, like I'm sure everyone felt the same. Like for
Yeah,
you.
it's just like, you know, it's like the rule in mountain climbing. Like, you know, people don't get injured on the way up to the peak; they get injured on the way down because they think like, the hard part's over, I can relax, and then it's like they trip on a pebble and fall, and that trick is just so brutal. I was about to just give up on the race.
So like, just kind of my own question. Like, were you watching the race at all?
I tuned in after speed boost just because I wanted to see if I should just hang it up or if I should keep going. So I did tune in. And then once that I saw that it was actually pretty close, I decided to keep going.
Okay. Yeah. That's one of the things that I was kind of like pondering throughout the race is like, you know, do you just have the race on in the background and then you kind of like you're in your head, hey, like, you know, I'm already behind, like do I get in my head a little bit more, or like maybe if you're already ahead and then you have that kind of like issue such as short boost and you think in your head, oh man, like I'm completely screwing up, I'm like there's no way I can catch up, and you see you're in your head and that way.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because if you if you're watching the stream, as you're racing, the stream is delayed by a few minutes. So as you're watching the stream, you're kind of seeing what's happened in the past. And if you're not careful, because there's just so much going on, you're trying to race at the same time, you can get confused. So I actually turn the stream off, but if I feel like I want to check in, I'll wait until the next shuttle or loading zone, and then just kind of tune in for a few seconds just to see where we're at. But I generally have to run with all my distractions off, otherwise I just lose focus.
That makes sense. Yeah, and yeah. So Tex has joined us. So GG Tex.
Thank you, GG Rubik.
Good game, Tex.
You definitely came back with a vengeance, and then like really kept it interesting all the way up to the end.
Yeah, my start was I was not in the race mode at the start, so definitely lost way more time than I should have there.
Yeah, So was it your intention to skip the first E-Tank?
No, so the thing there is I have a practice save file for the heat run in Cataris, and it doesn't have an E-Tank. And so when I was practicing, I went back to get that E-Tank, and then that muscle memory kicked in.
Okay.
In the race. Yeah.
Yeah,
so have good practice files.
Yeah, so like unfortunate Tex got caught by the white Emmy at the start by the first kill, and then had to go back for the first E-Tank. So
I didn't have to. I should have just kept going and not done the heat run.
I was.
My brain was not there, so
I was a little confused, but.
Oh, I've definitely been there. I've skipped that tank on accident before, and you get halfway through the heat run, and you're like, "Wait a minute, my health should be a lot higher than this." And of course, you can get through that hell run without that E-Tank, but it is really hard. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, how
Sator does it. It's crazy.
I could. I mean, honestly, I can. I've been able to do it, and I'm not anywhere near the caliber of either of you two, but. In a race setting, you do not want to skip that E-Tank. Anything could go wrong.
I used to skip that E-Tank and not take the heat run and just get the one after speed instead, but it was recently said that the Artaria E-Tank is actually faster than the one after speed. So I've been trying to switch that up, and it's hard to switch muscle memory, so...
Yeah, well, I don't think heading back from...
Yeah, that definitely was
Spider Magnet.
No.
But I mean, you got Adam Skip fairly early. I think Rubik's, you got it first try.
First try. Yeah.
My first try on Adam Skip, I accidentally hit the shot button instead of.
I saw that, and yeah. So like, I think you could have gotten it first try as well if you didn't hit the shot button.
That one felt good until the shot.
But you got Space Pseudo first try, and
technically second try for me because I have two audio cues for that, and I used the second one. The first one is just too tight for me to do without any practice.
Yeah. Rubik's Cuber, what was going through your head during short boost?
I had an explosive start, probably 10 seconds faster than my PB. So I was just like feeling super good. I was on fire, felt really confident. Going through the heat room, I messed up a little bit, so I almost died. Actually, I had 26
you had 11 health. Yeah,
no,
yeah, it was not good.
11 health.
Yeah, because I screwed up there, and then I started noticing right as I was getting Various Suit that my controller was lagging a little bit, and you can kind of, if you play a lot, you'll feel it, I guess.
Yeah.
It just sort of delays your shots just by a fraction of a second, and it's enough to really throw you off. So as I was going through on the way to Create, I was trying to rearrange my switch without, disconnecting the game. And then in Create, everything just fell apart, and then my nerves hit and everything just went crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you were doing the single wall jump.
I was trying to do those single wall jumps, and it just fell apart, and I for some reason decided, you know what, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, and kept falling, and it was no good. So, but yeah, then in short boost again, I felt like I had it. I just relaxed at the end. I add, as you can tell, I buffer the crap out of it because my fingers just aren't very fast, so I have to buffer everything, and I just use visual cues. And everything was good except for there is some RNG there because each time you do a pause and unpause, you're trying to get a single frame advance, but you can't always guarantee it's a single frame because it's just dependent on how fast you can hit pause and unpause. And so that's why a lot of those boosts I kind of missed at the very end because I was either 1 frame too early or 1 frame too late.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen a few other people do the pause buffering method, and it certainly looks interesting. It's not something
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because even with the pause buffer, as you saw, it can go massively wrong. And so I think if you are going to learn that trick, just try to learn it real time. Don't even mess with pause buffers. And if you're really struggling with that trick in general, just skip it and do early space. It's way easier. In my opinion, it's more fun because getting screwed later, it's more fun, I think, in my opinion. So don't do short boost. It sucks.
Well, I mean, so I still do short boost on my runs, but I do personally, for me, I hate the 3 teleportals that you have to take to get to gravity, which is an elevator away from screw attack.
Yeah.
So, exactly. But I will agree that unless you are in the 120 or sub 120 category, don't even think about doing short boost. It's not worth it. There's a whole bunch more that you can learn that will give you a lot more time advantage than
and if you're
short boost.
If you're wanting to learn really hard tricks, just learn some of the unrestricted tricks because then short boost. I mean, none of the tricks in unrestricted are as hard as short boost, in my opinion. I think short boost is like the hardest trick in Metroid, if you ask me. But yeah, the unrestricted tricks, you like axis skew. Like once you learn how to play with those, they're really fun. And then getting screw attack early is a piece of cake. It's like it went from the hardest trick to like almost the easiest trick. Yeah. So I'm hoping we do an unrestricted race at some point soon. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Well, I'll leave it to the stream chat. If you have any questions for these runners, please go ahead and post them in chat. And we'll read them out loud and allow them to answer. But really great game from both of you. It was really close at the end. So
thank you. Thanks
I enjoyed it. Thank you. And definitely, if you have any, if you enjoy watching these runs or anything like that, you should absolutely follow these runners.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Keku for hosting. This is just such an awesome tournament, and yeah, all of the folks in the Metroid Dread speedrunning community on the Metroid Dread speedrunning Discord are all super friendly, and we all love to help each other succeed. And it doesn't matter if you're faster or slower than someone else. It's really just a personal journey for yourself. And there's lots of really great resources for how to begin. And we're just scratching the surface on this game. I think it's gonna be amazing future for this game.
rbxqbr, do you stream on Twitch?
I do a little bit, yeah.
Okay, your Twitch didn't show up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's just rbxqbr.
Oh, never mind. It's never mind. It's on the same line. Never mind. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Well, if there's no questions for the runners, Tex, do you have anything you would like to say before we sign off?
I'm just sad I missed the Wave Emmy kill this last run. I'd got it like every previous run I was streamed on, but not this one.
Did you go for Deep Blue, or did you?
No, I do the jump over.
You do jump over. Yeah, I used to do jump over, and I like it. When I timed Deep Blue myself, Deep Blue was actually faster for me. So
it's actually faster than jump over.
Yeah, for me, but I do it a little bit weird with my jump over. I actually jump over and then jump like all the way down. Kind of let the Emmy crawl over the ledge.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
So-
yeah.
My jump over was a modification of Scotty's one where he gets the Emmy to crawl up on the wall. It gives him plenty of time to kill him, but when I
Mhm.
modified it, I made it so that he just turns around on the ground, and so during his turnaround animation, if you break his face, it breaks immediately, so you don't have to anticipate it to switch to the cannon.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
And you can just do it right there up on that ledge with him. It's if you do it perfectly, it's faster than the plant kill, but it's much scarier,
It's so scary. Yeah, it's so scary.
which makes it better.
Well, so I will echo your sentiments. That thanks to Keku for organizing this tournament. I have personally learned a lot. I have had a blast doing commentary, and I hope a lot of the people that are watching have also learned and enjoyed the tournament as well. So there is plenty of other matches going on today. I will personally be commentating another match a little bit later, and I believe it's Sonic versus Acebreaker.
Oh, that's going to be a really good matchup.
Yep. So Rubik's Cube, Rubik's Cuber, you'll be facing against Arcool 1234. And Tex, unfortunately, you're out.
I get to go back to dread mode.
Yeah, you get to go.
I'm
So
jealous. I want to be out. I don't want to do short boost ever again. I honestly do not. Like, my hands can't take it. They're cramping. It's so painful. I hate that trick.
So, any of those that are interested in dread mode speedruns, EODTex has very nice videos on YouTube. I personally have watched a few of them, especially in the Ravenbeak manipulation.
That is great. Dread mode speedruns are like just a whole other level, order of magnitude more difficult. I mean, yeah, props to you, Tex, for even attempting that. I mean, it's like, yeah. I think I tried dread mode and I got through it, and I think I got through it with something like 200 deaths, and it took me a couple of days, and I just decided, you know what, this is not for me.
Yeah. So
I'm sure I'm gonna go for the Artaria and Catarus D-Beasts on accident when I start running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So thanks to your YouTube video, Tex, I was able to get through Ravenbeak on Dread Mode first try, 0 deaths, multiple times now on my speedruns and Dread Mode.
Great.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
So, absolutely check them out. GG's to both runners. You put up an absolutely amazing show. Really appreciate both of you.
Yeah, thanks for commentating.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, if there's nothing else, then we'll see you next mission. Take care, everyone.